Hi guys, in this video we'll go through what is view in SQL. Basically, there's two main reasons that you need to know what is view. Number one is when you have a database and for the certain users you want to give very limited access to the tables, and number two when you want to simplify very complex SQL queries. Now let me explain you with an example how it works. First, let's open one table for the example. Now let's say if I open this table, as you see guys, this table has a lot of columns, right? Now let's say you have a new user, and for that new user you want to give access only to these three columns, and the reason would be, let's say, security, right? Now the way we want to do it, first let's write that query first, and we just say from let's say the table customers, and we just want to give access only to the column customer ID, second column let's say company name, and the third column would be contact name. Now if I run this query guys, this will show me only these three columns from the customers table. Now what you can do is, if you want to give only access to these three columns to someone, you can create a new virtual table by leveraging SQL VIEW. The way you want to do it, just type create view, and let's say for this example we just call it as a test, and the moment you type a test, just say as. Now if I run this query all together, you will see that we successfully create a new virtual table. And if you want to verify how, you can just open this virtual table like any other table in your database. I can just do select star from test. Now if I open this, you will see that this new virtual table that we just created, it is contains these three columns. Remember guys, virtual tables are like a real tables in a database. It consists of the columns and rows. Now another scenario that you can come up with, let's say sometimes you create existing virtual table with a certain columns, but later on you find out that you need to make a slight changes on your existing virtual table. If you want to do that, all you have to do, you can open existing virtual table, the script that you used. You can just say create or alter. Just a side note guys, if you are using MySQL, you can use alter, but if you're using any other flavor of SQL, let's say SQL Server, different flavors, instead of create or alter, you just need to say create or replace. Now let's say I want to add one more column here. Let's say contact title. Now if I run this code one more time all together, you will see that we again successfully made changes on the existing virtual table. Now if I open the table one more time, you see the contact title is here. So alter or replace is used to make some changes on your existing view. Now let's say what happens is you have no longer access to your view, and you're wondering where are my views, where the views that are created, or where the virtual tables that are created located. You want to find them out, go to that particular database that you created, expand the tables, and you have this one tab here called views. So just expand this view tab. Now by default it might not be there, but if you want to just right click and refresh it one more time, you will see that the view that we just created, it is right here, this virtual table. And if maybe you have created a lot of views and you no longer have access to the query or script that you used, if you want to find out what script you used, just right click on the view that you just created and click on this one. It says script as to create. If I click on this one, now it shows that this is the script that you created to generate that view. Now if you want to delete your view guys, there's two ways of deleting your view. The way number one, you can just right click and say script as to drop, or the second way, if you want to delete your view, you can just say drop, type view, and type the name of the view that you just created. Now all you have to do, just type it, and if I run this one more time, now you see it says command completed successfully. Now I no longer this view exists. If I try to open it one more time, the way we initially opened it, let's say if I just say select star from test, it is no longer there. Even if I make the even if I type the name correctly, still it is not there, guys. If I try to run it, you will see the message where it says invalid object name. When you see invalid object name, that means that the view is no longer there. It has been deleted. Now, if I refresh the view one more time over here, you will see it is no longer there. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, guys, simplifying the very complex query. Now, let me open any existing query here right now. Now, if I open this one, what you can do, guys, is sometimes you need to write a very complex queries and you have to use them maybe in a daily basis or in a monthly basis or every week. And writing those queries are not easy, right? So when you write them only once and you need to reuse them over and over again, in order not to rewrite them over and over again, just create a view out of it. Just you need to have only the existing query on the top, just go and say create view, give it a name based on what this particular query does, and save it. And every time you need to generate that particular report or whatever the task that you need to do is, you can just open that particular view, run it, and get the result instead of rewriting it over and over again. This is it, guys, about the view. Thank you guys for watching. For more videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will do my best to